They don't carry rifles. They don't speak commands. But Belgian Malinois dogs operate with a precision, discipline, and intensity that even elite human soldiers admire, and sometimes struggle to match. That's not hype. That's fact. Because when you take the heart of a warrior, the instincts of a predator, and the loyalty of a guardian, and pack it all into one relentless, mission-obsessed canine, you get something that doesn't just support a Navy SEAL unit. You get something that leads it. From the moment a Belgian Malinois locks onto its target, its whole world narrows to that one thing: the mission. No fear. No doubt. No hesitation. In the military world, hesitation gets people killed. And that's exactly why these dogs are used for operations so dangerous and high stakes. Even elite soldiers pause. Because when the door gets kicked in, when the enemy might be waiting around the corner, the Malinois goes in first. Let's pause there. Think about that. Before the tactical team enters a suspected bomb-filled compound, the dog goes in first. And it doesn't flinch. It doesn't question. It moves through the door like it was born to die for the people behind it. That's the level of devotion we're talking about. That's the level of trust these dogs demand and deliver. Handlers in combat zones will tell you, a well-trained Malinois will clear a building faster than a 4-man squad. It can detect threats with a nose hundreds of times more sensitive than any instrument we've created. It can leap higher than any other working dog. And it doesn't need gear. Just a target. Just a reason. Just a command. But that's just the beginning. What makes the Belgian Malinois even more impressive, more terrifying, more awe-inspiring, is not just what it does. It's what it endures. These dogs are deployed in the desert, in the snow, in the jungle. They'll run at full speed toward gunfire. They'll rappel from helicopters. They'll leap from boats. And they do it all with one goal in mind: protect the team. Finish the mission. Now you might think, sure, but that's because they're trained too. And yes, they are. But training can only go so far. What you see in a Malinois is beyond training. It's instinct. It's identity. These dogs don't act like special forces, they are special forces. And the humans who work with them? They know it. Some handlers say they've never worked with a soldier, human or otherwise, who's as focused, as fearless, or as fast to act. One former SEAL said, "If my dog had opposable thumbs, I'd be out of a job." Let's break this down even further. A Malinois can run 30+ miles per hour and maintain that speed through obstacle-filled terrain. It can scale a vertical wall taller than a man without a running start. It can leap onto a roof. It can bite with over 195 pounds per square inch of pressure and hold that grip while absorbing full-force punches or kicks. And it will not let go. Not unless commanded. That kind of power needs control. And that's where things get even more serious. Because unlike other working breeds, the Malinois doesn't just respond to training, it requires purpose. Without purpose, it implodes. And that's the catch. The same drive that makes the Belgian Malinois a military superstar can make it a family's worst nightmare. When a Navy SEAL finishes deployment, they come home. They decompress. They recalibrate. But a Malinois? It doesn't stop. It doesn't shift gears. It wakes up the next day still in mission mode. That's why many handlers describe them as 24/7 combat readiness. Even when they're sleeping, they're alert. Even when they're resting, they're watching. And what happens when there's no mission? No bad guy? No command? They create one. They start pacing the yard. Barking at wind. Shredding furniture. Guarding the family from guests. Because in their mind, someone has to take control. And if you're not doing it, they will. That's not disobedience. That's obsession. That's the military-grade operating system running in their brain with no off switch. People often make the mistake of thinking Malinois are just like German Shepherds, but faster. That's like saying a Formula One car is just a Toyota with a bigger engine. No. It's a machine made for a different world. And if you don't know how to handle it, it will leave you broken, burned out, and overwhelmed. I've spoken with owners who thought they were getting a smart, athletic companion. What they got was a psychological mirror. A dog that reflected every moment of hesitation, every crack in their routine, every ounce of emotional instability. The Malinois doesn't just expose your weaknesses, it magnifies them. Because this breed doesn't listen to what you say. It listens to what you feel. If you're anxious, they're on edge. If you're tired, they become unstable. If your rules shift from day to day, they'll create their own. And they will enforce them. The same way they enforce military perimeter protocols, fast, fierce, and without compromise. That's what breaks most new owners. Not the speed. Not the bite. The mind. The intensity. The all-seeing, all-knowing presence of a dog that doesn't miss a thing and doesn't forgive inconsistency. Now imagine trying to keep up with that level of expectation, every day. No rest. No days off. Welcome to the reality of owning a Belgian Malinois. This isn't a dog you walk. It's a dog you manage. You train. You guide. And if you don't, it takes over. And when it does, it's not cute. I've met ex-law enforcement officers who surrendered their Malinois after just 6 months. Military veterans who thought they were ready, until the dog started running the household like a forward operating base. Families who fell in love with the heroic image, only to realize they had brought a live grenade into their home without the pin. But here's the paradox: for the right person, someone with structure, discipline, patience, and presence, the Malinois becomes the ultimate partner. It anticipates your movement. It syncs with your breath. It reads your mind. And it will put itself between you and a threat without question. That kind of loyalty doesn't come from affection. It comes from earned trust. From mutual respect. From shared purpose. In that sense, the Malinois doesn't just make Navy SEALs look like amateurs, it makes the rest of us look unprepared. Because while SEALs train for war, the Malinois was born for it. And the moment you step into its world, the question is no longer, can the dog keep up with me? It becomes, can I keep up with the dog? As you embark on this journey, remember that the challenges ahead will test not only your physical limits but also your mental fortitude. Imagine waking up each day to a regimen that demands your total commitment, requiring you to push beyond your comfort zone. Are you prepared to embrace the relentless pursuit of excellence, to hone your skills under the watchful eye of those who have mastered the art? You will need to face daunting obstacles and unyielding expectations. This journey isn't just about becoming a warrior, it's about cultivating a mindset of discipline, resilience, and unwavering loyalty. As you forge ahead, the bonds you create with your comrades will be as enduring as the skills you acquire, propelling you toward greatness in every stride. Owning a Belgian Malinois is not simply about companionship, it's about the journey of growth each day as you learn to communicate and connect on deeper levels. It reshapes your priorities completely. In every bark, every playful leap, it challenges you to be your best self. This bond fosters an immense responsibility that shapes not just the dog, but you as well. Embrace this transformation, for it's a partnership that transcends ordinary life. With muscles coiled beneath a sleek coat, this companion stands ready for battle, its instincts razor sharp. Each wag of its tail seems to echo a promise of loyalty, but make no mistake, betray its trust, and you might soon find yourself tackling challenges it was meant to face alongside you. Its gaze is unwavering, focused on the mission. In a world where every obstacle is an opportunity, this furry warrior waits for your command, eager to prove its worth. When the moment comes, be prepared. The bond you forge will command respect, shattering expectations and transforming both leader and companion into an unstoppable force.